On this video, I want to talk more about what I specifically did during my fasts to cure plaque psoriasis, spider veins, insomnia, and some other things. First off, I had been doing intermittent fasting off and on for at least a year before I started doing longer fasts. I would do intermittent fasting for probably about 4 to 5 days a week and then break from that. So I would eat within an 8-hour period usually, and then take 16 hours without eating. And on weekends, every once in a while, I would just not eat anything for about 24 hours, but I would drink water. So my body was a bit prepared for longer fasts before I started. And then when I decided to do longer fasts, I first started out with just eating a little bit lighter at first, a day or so before I started the fast, and then I would go into a water fast. At first I started doing water fast for about 2-3 days, and then I would go up to 5 days or 7 days. And after the fast, I would then eat light for a day and then just eat normally after that. Then I would go back to eating normally, exercising after the fast, and then go back and do a water fast. And I would continue doing this for probably about a month and a half. Then when I was used to doing water fasts for several days at a time, I would start my fast with a dry fast. I wouldn't eat any food or drink any water or liquids, anything at all. And then after a little bit of time of doing that, then I would break the dry fast with a water fast. And then I would do the water fast for however many days I felt I needed. And then I would break the water fast with some light food. Then I would alternate doing that, going back and forth for a while, for another month or so. And yeah, it cleared me right up. The skin ailments and the insomnia, the spider veins, all that stuff went away. And the plaque psoriasis is something that dermatologists say there's no cure for, but fasting cured it. And fasting has been known to cure other things. I've talked to several people who fast regularly, and they highly recommend it. Fasting has helped them improve their health and help them to think clearer, along with a number of other benefits. So I would suggest to you, if you're not used to fasting, that you would start doing intermittent fasting, just taking 12 hours or 16 hours or 20 hours a day without eating. Once you get used to that, then you can go into the water fast for a day or two, and then break it, and then go the next time you do a water fast, try to do a longer period of time, and then eventually work your way up to a dry fast, and then break your dry fast with a water fast. And the longest I've done a dry fast for has been 3.5 days. I didn't have any food or water at all for 3.5 days, but I started the fast being well hydrated, and I made sure that I chose those days that were very calm. I didn't have to do hardly anything really physically. I just did a lot of reading and thinking, studying, not much physical activity at all during those 3.5 days. And then I broke that dry fast with a water fast for another couple of days or so. So I would suggest that you go back and forth on fasts like this. Do a fast, an easier fast, and then break it, and then go with a fast that's a little bit harder once you're more accustomed to fasting, and then break it, and then just go back and forth. You do that for a while to really get the toxins out of your body, and it doesn't shock the body so much. Fasting works so well that you can actually feel like you're in shock when you first start fasting. So doing it this way isn't such a shock, and once you do this for a while, a couple of months maybe, depending on what you're trying to do, you might do less, you might do more. But once you feel better and you feel a lot better health, your health is better, you can sleep better, and you think clearer, then you won't need to fast so often. You might stay doing intermittent fasting. You might do that every day or a few times a week. But I would suggest that you do at least one 24-hour water fast or dry fast every week or two. And about every 3 months, maybe 4 months, you do a longer fast. Start with a dry fast and then break it with a water fast and go for at least a few days or even a week or two, depending on what you're trying to do and how much time you have for fasting. So I hope this video has been of help for you, and I'm going to make some more videos about fasting. So be sure to come back to this channel and check those out later. God bless.